Yo. Could not get my microphone to work. Could not get my work to stop bugging me. I work for a chemical company, and part of my job is like leasing equipment, and there was a big kerfuffle, and a bunch of people didn't do their job, and I needed to get a machine into a place, and there was one going back down the street, so I grabbed it and brought it to the place, and now the guy took it from still getting billed, and the one I brought it to is not getting billed, so we're trying to figure out what could have possibly happened. So, people are bugging me at 6 o'clock about it. It ain't getting sorted out today. So, sold some stuff, so I'm going to pack up a couple things before we get rolling. I try to pack up like 2 things at a time, just to not waste paper. So, I sold the Renegade Legion books. So this was like back in the early 90s, late 80s. There's a I guess it was anime, like BattleTech had come out, and it had a pretty big following. So there's a lot of stuff around that. I guess this is like 87. And it was a tabletop game. Not like an RPG, but it could be, I guess, if you wanted it. It's more like a strategy tabletop game with ships. So I got these books because my older brother played it, and I wanted to be just like him, so I got them. But I didn't have like friends to play it with because it was pretty advanced. It was, for my age. I was like 7, so nobody was like reading about hull integrity and whatnot. So I got the books, and I never did anything with them, and they somehow ended up at my mom's house, and I got them back earlier this year, and I listed them. They sold for $15 plus shipping for the 3. I'm gonna pack those up, and if you're watching last night, this dude sold immediately. So that's kind of interesting for 2 reasons. One, I almost threw this guy in the trash because he's an IKEA stuffed animal with a squeaker in it. I kind of just assumed you bought a couch and like, here is a stuffed hedgehog, and it would hold 0 value. But I wasn't sure, so I threw it in my maybe pile, looked it up. They actually have a series of stuffed animals for whatever reason, and they people collect them, and they go for like good money. So it was important that I learned something new. I learned that these are a thing, and now I'm going to know to look for IKEA stuffed animals when I go sourcing. And I learned, well, I guess I knew not to just throw stuff away unless I'm quite sure of it. But one of the things I talked about was I could list it for $18, which was kind of the going rate for these. But if I listed it for less, I knew it would sell quick. So I listed it for 12, which is very aggressive, and it sold in under 24 hours. So I could have held on to it for 18, and it might have still sold. It might have been the one person, and I had the most appealing one or the best track record, and they would have bought it anyways. Or I could have been sitting on it for months and months. So I flipped it immediately. So I paid for all the toys we did yesterday with one thing within 24 hours. So I'm just going to print out a label. Sold a tractor too, but I didn't sell 2 things. I might do that at the end of the broadcast if we need to. Gotta get a weight on this stuff, then we'll start listing. I went to one store today. Did not find anything of value. And it sucks because I stopped at Wendy's. I don't usually eat lunch, but I just ended up doing it. Mostly because I was thirsty, and if I'm going to stop for a drink, I'm also going to stop for lunch. I stopped, got that, went in, and there's a dude pushing a cart, and he has 2 bags of action figures in that thing, and he's in the toy aisle, and I'm like, and I can tell by the way he's picking stuff up that he's also a reseller. And I'm like, son of a bitch. If I hadn't stopped for Wendy's, I don't know, he might have been there for an hour, and he already had that stuff. But in my mind, if I hadn't stopped for Wendy's, I might have got a bunch of stuff. I didn't actually see anything like super valuable. So like if I saw something in the cart that I had to have or whatever, I might have been a little more sour about it. But such is life. The interesting thing about shipping is there's different kinds of shipping, and there's something called media mail for books, but anything having to do with role-playing games or gaming does not count as a book. It counts as entertainment, and you cannot use it for shipping. And if the post office opens up your package and notices it's the wrong criteria, they will like fine you. It's a little odd, but and I don't know how often they do that. It sucks because it's like significantly cheaper. Like I just paid $7 to ship these books. It would have been $4 through media. Now, the guy paid $11 for shipping because eBay lets you keep a chunk of the shipping as well. So I kind of just consider that like I made $15 on it because I didn't actually... I'm not counting me buying this with the pennies I found in parking lots when I was 7. I count that like the stipend from the sales as just covering the selling fee. So I made 15 straight up. I'm not going to look up these people's houses. I did that on a stream, and I thought about it, and I'm like, that's kind of rude. They did just give me money. You can kind of tell by the names of streets, though, like, if somebody's house is going to be nice. Like, I won't tell you what town they live in, but this is Westview Circle Drive. That sounds like it's going to be pretty nice. This one is Walden Crossing Drive. Also sounds nice. Usually it's like the really terrible, like the lame names are pretty bad. You know, all the real estate on those is not so hot. They call it like Front Street, South Street. Like it's not going to be a good place. My streaming dream when I retire, it's kind of fun to have the stream listed in my eBay store, and then people can come see me send their package out. One more squeak for the road, buddy. Or if they had questions about stuff, they could ask me in real time, and I can grab stuff off a shelf and show them or whatever. Thought that'd be kind of fun. They're thinking about the future of like media and streaming and whatnot. You have no idea what it's going to look like in 20 years. Like the pushback on the metaverse was really harsh. So I don't know if anybody's going to be willing to try that again. Probably within 20 years. Probably could have stood to have actually measured these before I decided it was going in this envelope. Might be taping two of them together. Yeah, that ain't gonna fit. Super duper. Wow. Is there a way this is gonna fit? Yeah. It can go sideways. So I'll get out my... Ha! Take that. My chunk of envelope. Here's how you do it. Rather than buy many sizes of envelope, I just buy a good big one because they're really not expensive. It's like 27 cents. Which if you're mailing stuff, whatever. You know, maybe I can get a smaller one for 22, but then I have to have an entire case of a different envelope around. But then if you need bigger envelopes, you do that. And then I'm just going to tape down the seam. I already labeled it. Boom. We're good to go. That won't come apart. Bam. We'll see if I sell anything else. I sold a tractor. That's just gonna be a little envelope. I'd have to find it, but tractors, farm equipment, toys go really well. Alright, we'll get started. I teased this yesterday. Whatever that is. Creepy looking thing. Trying to get all that set up. No. There we go. In case we gotta go looking stuff up here. Glorious. Look at that. Look at whatever on earth this thing is. I saved it. I don't know if I just didn't bother sorting. I got way behind on stuff. Like, I found a lot of good stuff. And then I didn't have any time to do anything with it. And I knew I was going to be streaming this week, so I just kind of all threw it in a grocery bag. Well, we got a picture of this monstrosity. And I'll Google image search it. I want to say it was from like a Pixar thing. Disney, Mattel. I just don't know what it is from. Could be like Monsters, Inc. Kind of fits. Monsters at Work. So I have to assume that is a sequel to Monsters, Inc. And this is Val Little. So you got a Val Little figure. And it's pretty big. That's my hand. Let's see, that's my forearm. So it's gonna be like 7 or 8 inches. So we got Val Little figure. 6.5 inches, this says. Alright. That's my tractor I sold. Just getting an update about that. Alright. Val Little Monsters. Let's see. So those are pops. So there we go. This dude moves units. He's big dog unit. He has 20,000 reviews. So yeah, he's been doing this a while. I have almost 400, and I've been doing it 4 years. So there you go. So if I want to sell this, I have to sell it for less than that guy. Pretty much. We'll see. Maybe even less than that. But what matters is sold listings. There's a plushie version. Odd, I've never heard of this. My kids love Monsters, Inc. Alright, so that's not good. Doesn't appear anybody's ever bought one. That is tough, whatever that little Monsters movie is. Probably Disney in here. Was that a Disney movie? Little Monsters? Is that fucking the kid from Wonder Years? I don't know, he did other movies other than the hell's the Nintendo one called? I think it was just an advertisement for the Power Glove. What was that movie called? Not Vision Quest. The Quest? No. I don't know. Alright, so these don't sell. Probably because nobody's heard of the movie. So I'm just going to list it for the standard $8 free shipping. It's super light despite the fact it's tall. So it's cheap. But it is branded. $8 free shipping. It will probably sit around a real long time. I don't know. I wonder if it's even on Disney Plus. Like you figure it would be. And this like Monsters at Work set on here sold for $70 for the plushies here. The kits are going for like good money, just nobody buys them. You know, February, April. So 4 of the in the box sets. So $8, it's probably not gonna move, but I already own the damn thing. Might as well try. Alright. Goes that. So we got Crusher. I had Crusher out because I was talking about supply and demand and how important that is to doing reselling, and talking about how toys like this are really just as important as vintage stuff in a way, because this represents a toy that was created before there was an audience for the product, basically. So this show was around initially 2014, Blaze of the Monster Machines. And it was around for like 2 years, maybe. And then they stopped making it. And then streaming came out. And now it's on a bunch of streaming platforms. And people, you know, kids watch it and they want the toy. And they haven't made them in 10 years. So, of course, mommy and daddy go to eBay, and that's where they find this toy. So I buy these every chance I get, and I sell them all the time. And they are out there because, people age out of it and it goes to the thrift shop. So let's see, I currently have 2 crushers in inventory. So what I'm going to do is I just change the quantity on the same listing. And when I get a lot of them, so I got 3 now, I drop the price until I start moving them. And then I can always switch it back. Just to move stuff along and gets people looking at the page, because, if I drop the price and then they're looking for all of them, well, I have all of them. I think so. I think I'm out of Darringtons. Darrington, for whatever reason, is the most expensive. Blaze sells for more than Crusher. Crusher sells for the least. And I actually just lowered my price to $7 because I got 3 of them now. I'll move it back to 8 after I sell 1 or 2. 7's really the bottom I'm gonna do on anything because I only make like $1.50 at that point. But I get these in so frequently and sell them so quickly that it's just worth it to flip them rapidly. That, and I have watchers on this listing, so the fact I just moved it to 7 means people that are actively watching that item will get a notice that I dropped the price, so I might sell all 3 right away, which is cool. All right, so we got this guy. So that, another Pixar's product, that being Cars. This stuff sells for a lot. And they did water down their own market, unfortunately, though. So they keep making Pixar stuff and adding like 30 and 40 different vehicles per Pixar thing so they can make merchandise for it. I don't know who any of these guys are at this point. And try looking up Cars. It's a search engine nightmare. We're going to see if we can figure this out because he's a fire truck. And I bet there aren't a lot of them. Piston Peak Fire Truck. There he is. Now, hopefully they don't have a bunch of different sizes. So right away, we're seeing that this is missing a piece. It's missing, like, I don't know, is that a bullhorn or a hose? So I got... Oh, this isn't the same one. Okay. Unless it's broken. Which is possible. If I'm missing one piece, stands the reason I might be missing something else. Yeah, this thing's totally fucked. Okay, wow. So as we can see here, I am missing. The mirrors are gone on mine. Then there's like whatever this was, and that it looks intentional though. Mine doesn't look like this. Mine looks like a shitty version of this. So with Cars, because it's such a motherfucker, because they make a lot of stuff, you gotta look at the eyes. Because the eyes have different patterns, and this is not the same one. This car is looking off to its right, and mine is looking dead center, looks high. So I have a different vehicle. Yeah, it's totally not the same one. Because it says like, so this one's a nicer one up here. This has like that one in the pictures. This stuff looks a little bigger on the side. And it has like gear stickers, and mine's just blank. And it has like that silver thing in the middle. I have a black thing in the middle, and the toolboxes come out a little bit. So this is like a nicer version of the same thing. So that ain't my guy. So now I gotta find... What's his name? Pulaski. So we'll go Cars Pulaski. So we got this guy, Fire Rescue. That one's got the same, like, nicer stuff, though. Should probably back out and get rid of sold. And see if we can find exactly the one. Like, I'm looking at this, and it's definitely in bad shape. I just noticed up here, like, it had some of this stuff. Like, there's definitely this hole here where that thing was. Now I'm looking, and I have these lights, but these are busted off. There's definitely holes where there are mirrors. But I just want to find the exact one, just so I know. So this one has, like, wide open eyes, and I have stoner eyes. I can't imagine this is a knockoff. No, it says Disney made in China. It's okay. Like, this one has the shifty eye like the other one. Like, one eye is in the corner. And then this eye is... My eyes are, like, almost crossed. So, okay, this is the one I have. And theirs is also beat to holy shit. Look at that. All his shit's busted. He's missing that thing. So, this is a 2014, he's saying. This is beat up. He's selling it for $27. Oh my god. That's why you can't go on asking prices for stuff. That's ridiculous. $27 for something that's totally been kicked down a flight of stairs. But the guy that has the one that's really nice is 25. Do these have years on them, the other ones? And this one says 2014, but it's different. So he must only been in so planes and fire rescue. So it's not Cars. It's something, one of the spin-offs. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to sold and see if we can see if it's gonna move. And in the box, it is selling for $33 for that version, the nicer one. And it's tough because the not as nice one is not showing anywhere. There's none for sale other than the beat up one. And these are all listings in the last 30 days. These things are going, and they're going for good money. I don't know what to list it for is the problem. This one's got shipped to the UK. Now we're into fire axes. That ain't it. I don't know. Not in great shape. Not in terrible shape. I don't know if it's a pullback. No. No, it's just a toy. The wheels are on straight. The paint isn't the worst. Maybe if I did this more, I'd get one of those rotating things. Some guys that do this have like a cool rotating table. They also have better lighting than I do. Not planning on doing this after this week, though, more than likely. Oh, god damn it, work's bothering me again. I need 2 photographs of the inside of a restaurant, and I don't want to go there to do them. So I asked 2 managers, and one said they're not working, and the other one has not gotten back to me. So I will have to drive there. I can just do it tonight, I guess. I got nothing better to do. I thought I'd done this thing for work about water filtration, and I filled out a form saying, yeah, they have it, and I apparently had to take a photo to prove they had it. Because I would lie about something that makes me money immediately, and I don't have to actually do anything. That makes sense. This guy even called Pulaski? Yeah, he has to be. It's on the box. I'm having a hard time finding it now. Oh, there we go. I just had to take Pixar out. So I'm not going to mention the year. I'm not going to mention the model because I don't know. The pricing's the tough part because it's really all over the place. Mine's not the worst one for sale. It's certainly not the best one. They're selling for a good price for diecast. I'm gonna get a weight on this thing. Probably gonna be like 7.9. Got like that drug dealer hand going now that I weigh shit all the time for this. So the worst selling one, I will just go. I'll have to go back to ones being sold. So that's 23, and mine's not in good shape. That one's 25 and in good shape. 21. That doesn't count because it got shipped overseas. $17 and his is better. All right. So we're on 17-ish. And I'll undercut every listing at that price, it looks like. So we're going to go 17 free shipping. Which I don't remember what... I got this out of the giant, like, tackle box of stuff I bought. It was enormous. It was $10, so this will almost pay for it, depending on when I get whacked on shipping. 9 ounces. So it's gonna be about $5.50. Yeah, it'll be just shy of paying for the entire box that this came out of. All right. There that goes. What else we got? All right. Yeah, so this one's weird. So this is something called like Primal Transformers or some shit like that. So they didn't make a lot of them. So this is like Optimus Prime Gorilla, basically. And then he comes with something where you put it on his head. How the hell does this work again? You like augment him. Alright, here we go. So you tack this thing on its head. God damn it. Oh, I think he has to transform into the robot. So you pull his monkey torso out and you rotate it, you put it back, and now he's Optimus Prime. Optimus Wish is more like it, but and then you got like this thing that it goes on his shoulders, and it's. But this one goes to the Bumblebee one, so I got Bumblebee's like head, but Optimus Prime's body. So I thought I would just put them together. I just got an update about Dr. Pepper Coconut. I'm intrigued by Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut hitting shelves soon. And I, of course, got a plug who works for the company that told me he was able to order it this week, so it's going to start going up. But anyways, so we got this. Oh, there we go. I did it. So once you pull it down, now you've turned Optimus Monkey Prime into Bumblebee with a jaguar shoulder. So yeah. So I don't have everything that goes with this. So I'm just going to sell it as one unit. Transformer stuff sells terrifically well. I've sold things for like, I think I've definitely gotten 50 for some stuff. Maybe over that a couple of times. Gen 1s, like even the little vehicles sell for $50. I've only ever found 2, but They moved. So this thing's missing its tail, which kind of sucks. Then Monkey Prime. You figure if we're going to do some animal themed thing, would Optimus Prime not be a lion? Not sure where they went with gorilla. I think Bumblebee was a tiger. So maybe that's why they didn't want to do a lion and a tiger for like number 1 and number 2. Oh, what the hell are these even called? Animal Transformers is what I will look for until I find the right thing. If that helps. Or we will try Gorilla Optimus Prime. Alright, there he is. Rise of the Beast. Optimus Prime Gorilla. So, if you haven't been following Transformers toys, by the way, they're incredibly confusing now. So they sell the same figure. Like, so there's this guy. That's a bad example because this is a vintage Transformers Beast Wars. So, but anyways, they'll sell a figure. So you got Optimus Prime, and then you have varieties and classes. So you'll be like Optimus Prime, but classic. We'll just say for simplicity. And then there'll be Voyager class, Leader class, and they get progressively more expensive and intricate. So figuring out which one you have can be kind of a struggle sometimes. That's why I love YouTube. If I'm ever not sure if I have something, what I do is I go to YouTube unboxing videos for that product. Because somebody's yanking it out of a box right in front of you, unpacking it, and you can see, okay, I have a different head than this thing. I can't have this one. Let's find a different class. Because some of them are very, very similar. So, I'm thinking this is he. That one looks nicer. So, and that's a great example of this. This is probably going to be a different class than the one I have. Also, there'll be different sizes. So, transform my dude. And yes, the lighting is not good. I guess I need like one of those ring lights. So his face is a different color. His feet are completely different. So it's like a more complete transformation, I think. Is that the same one? Alright, that's the same one. Yeah, so I'm the jankiest one for sure. I do have like a code, which typically doesn't help on eBay, but I'll punch it in. Sometimes people do that as an item number. That number went to something else, apparently. It might be a year. So, No, just Beast Gorilla Prime. Which might have been what I already searched for, but figure out exactly which one this is. So they made one in 97. So like you got this package. This looks like it would be super nice. It looks like the feet are all very different. Optimus Primal. Okay, maybe that's the problem. I'm putting in Prime. I will try Google Lens on it and see if that narrows it down. Beast Awakening. We'll try that. That's the series, not Rise of the Beast, but Beast Awakening. Transformers Beast Awakening. We'll see if we find our low quality one, and there he is. Okay. So, got that guy, 20 bucks. So, like, what was his head? Because they wear... Am I missing pieces? Like, this guy's got the same feet. He has the same... No, this isn't the right one. The BPC... Alright. So that one's totally the right one. That is identical. I'm not missing anything from this picture, near as I can tell. Oh, the code's on the inside of his fucking back. That's weird. 2022. We could further refine this. I'm not going to spend too much more time on this one guy. Going to get an idea. It looks it looks complete. I want to find one in a box so I can see what I'm actually missing. Like he has a top. So it's got to be this one. So what does it come with? It just does not look even anything like the one I have in my hand. Oh, that's the Takeratomi. So that is the import. I have the regular old US release. Alright, so that's the one I got. So Optimus Prime. And then you can put like this green thing over him and turn him into this other guy, apparently. Why is this all in Japanese? I don't know. It also says Takeratomi at the top, though. But this is definitely the right guy. So it's like a... Oh, he comes with like a crocodile. So that makes a ton of sense. Mine does not say Takara Tomy, it just says Tomy Vietnam Hasbro. It's got to be this one, though. All right. So the big question is, what do I even sell this for? Do people like these? They like this guy, apparently. This guy is selling robustly. So here's a better one that I have in the box for 40. Here's a shittier one. Like, is this the one I have? There's so many of these. No, that's totally not the one I have. Mine's blue. So, like, out of the box, I don't even know. Like, these are moving for decent money. This dude's wheeljack only. This guy is 12, but I have a top. I'm just going to do 15 for the two of them. Like, Transformers sell really well. I've sold pieces of broken Transformers for like 10, 15 bucks. I just gotta find the right one for the listing because I don't want to say it's something it's not. Okay, so we know I have Bumblebee as well. We have Bumblebee's top. Alright, so this is the Bumblebee I have. I have the top of him. Stands to reason that the person that owned one owned the other. That's why they end up at the thrift store at the same time. So we got Snarl Saber. This is not Takara Tomy, it's just Hasbro. And you can see how shitty it is compared to the other ones. Alright. This is called Rise of the Beasts. So the Beast Awakening thing was not correct after all. But now we've come full circle where if I search Rise of the Beast, I get no results for this guy. So I'm just going to augment the listing so I can't get busted for selling something that is not accurate. So I'm just going to put the facts: Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Beast Alliance, Optimus Primal, Snarl Saber, and then I will describe it as mixed lot, Gorilla Primal, and Snarl Saber from Bumblebee set. Fits together. Snarl Saber missing his tail. That's what I got. We're gonna do 15 on this. You know what? I'll allow offers for 12. That'll really gauge interest on it. These things are so cheap. Like, it's amazing the quality on some of the higher priced ones. And it's amazing how bad the quality is on some of them as well. Like, they want to push you to the next. You know, you go in with like $20 and you think you're getting something, but it sucks. But then maybe you got like $30 actually, and then the next one up, you might just get that instead. I think that might be what they're going for. Or it's just the fact that, you know, kind of the weird thing, not to like sound like a boomer, but people don't spend money on their kids as much anymore. They spend money on themselves a lot. Like, you can see that with Legos nowadays, where there's an aisle of Legos for adults and there's an aisle of Legos for kids. And the aisle of Legos for adults, those shits are hundreds of dollars, and they sell really well because people my age buy stuff to heal their childhood, I guess. If they couldn't get Legos when they were a kid, they buy them now. Kind of a weird thing. I don't know if selfish is the word for it. I guess if you're fucked up, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I get bent out of shape at people that don't actually, like, they do things they want to do, and then they bring their kid along as an addendum, like bringing your kid to a brewery or something, rather than bringing your kid to something they would enjoy, and you yourself could enjoy it as well. To me, it makes it seem like you're a shitty parent. Alright. Got that up. And I'll look at it probably tomorrow and see how many people have looked at said listing to kind of determine if I went too high or if it's going to move. People won't click on a listing if the price is too high. They just won't be bothered to do it. I do wish my lighting was better. I have a big honking light, but it faces me, and it's too big to really do anything with. So I ain't moving it, because that would be problematic. Does that even help? Is the problem my camera? That could be. That very well could be. It's not a great camera. I got it for $100 like 5 years ago. So I move it closer to the camera. Does it look better? It just looks like a blob of purple. Anyways, this is a pretty nice figure. This is, I looked it up. I think it's somebody from Spider-Man. I'm not remembering the name right now. It's an okay shape. The cape, thankfully I have the cape. It busted off though, which is a little odd. But it still, it goes around the neck. It's just there's a peg that goes in the back that'll hold it in place. Yeah, if I were to do this more down the road, I don't know if I need a better light or a better camera or both. I ain't looking to spend money on this, though, quite frankly. Alright, so we'll look this guy up on Lens. If I forget. The Poisoner or something, he had a name like that. Spider-Verse. Prowler? Prowler figure? Yeah, okay. Prowler, Marvel Legends. Stiltman series. Alright, so that's the dude. The Prowler, Marvel Legends. These are going for some bucks. I don't think I necessarily have this one. This looks like mine. Marvel Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse rather than Legends. And that's like I was talking about with Transformers where they have classes. Marvel Legends is a higher end figure. It's not to be played with. And you can tell the difference. This one has, oh, oops. This one has abs. This one does not. Mine does not. The shoes are different. The shoes are more detailed than these. The gauntlets have different bands of color than these. So they just put a little more effort into it. Pretty cool. Was this guy Mysterio? Like I don't follow comics anymore. This guy looks like Mysterio. But it says this is the Prowler Retro. I don't remember this guy from comics at all. He looks like a Batman knockoff, honestly. But yeah, so let's see what we can get on this guy. I'll start my listing. So I have the Spider-Verse version. You gotta be careful because people list stuff and they put it under the wrong thing. Because this isn't Marvel Legends, I don't think. This may be just like a... Was he in the movie? I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse. Alright, it says 2018 on a similar figure. This one says 2018, so I'm just going to go with that. So a lot of these, it looks like the cape is frequently missing, which makes sense. Alright, so it has cape, but peg is broken off in the back. But it actually stays on pretty good. So, articulated hips, shoulders, elbows. So it's not bad as an action figure. You can make it if you're so inclined, you could make them do fisticuffs. Head moves. Yeah, like really nice articulated shoulders. Do a lot with that. That's a good quality figure. It's not as good as the Legends one. Yeah, the level Legends one has a articulation at the torso. You can twist the legs. It's a nicer quality figure. Alright, so let's find sold listings for the one we got. That's a Legends again. Retro. Here's the same one in the box for 32. So he comes with like these guns. This could be a good one. I don't quite... Why are these selling for so much? 2024 figure still in the box for 45 bucks? This just came out. Unless it was like a very limited release. Or this like a pre-release. I mean, look how many of these have sold. This is bonkers. Is this the one I have? This looks different than... No, the cape's different. It's like a clear cape on that one. So that ain't it. This is the one I have. With the cape, 20 bucks. And again, 26. Just the cape, $10. That's a good ass figure. So I'm going to do 18 on account of the cape peg broke. And that's going to undercut everybody. I'll do 18, offer 15. This came in the same box as all the stuff I've been going through. It might be almost everything in this bag is from one source. So that box is $10. So you're going to easily pay for that with anything I have listed thus far. Alright. So that's nice. Was not expecting that. Alright. This is fun. Beyblades. I learned a lot about Beyblades this summer. Or this spring. Winter. I don't know. We had some weird season here. I bought 2 trash bags of Beyblades on Facebook Marketplace. I've already made money on it, and I have so many of them left, but it took me literally 2 weeks to go through and figure out what was what. So I learned how to tell which ones are fake about, I want to say, I don't know, like 40% of them were fake when I got them. So we have, decided to take them apart. You got, maybe a top-down view would be better. I don't know. I'm not gonna put a lot of effort into stream stuff. Let's see. I can move the damn camera, right? That's not too bad. Yeah, so you got an energy clip, you got like a energy layer, then you have This one has a chassis and then the performance tip. When you look at the chassis, it has stars. I don't know if you'd be able to even see that. My phone poop about. Oh, the listing, okay. Yeah, you can see the stars. And it doesn't have shitty screws as rivets. Rivets are fine. And this is chassis B2. That's going to be really hard to see. Yeah, B2. Or 2B, rather. And then you know it's real because the performance tip has rivets instead of screws. And you can see writing around it. And that says the Tomy number on it. It says Tomy. So we're going to figure out who this is. Get them listed. Should be complete. It looks good. I can get it back together. Hard time plugging them back in, having them stay. I don't know if the top ring has to be on to hold it in place. Oops. It's weird to take apart. I've never run into one like this. It's this difficult. And the point is, they're supposed to be difficult because once they blow up, the game is over. You lost the match. But generally, they just kind of snap into place. Alright, let's see if it gets... Alright. You need the whole thing to get it together here. And if you have a spinner thing, you get it going real quick, like they zip around and crash into each other. So this one's legit. I just gotta figure out who it is. So you take a picture of the front and you take a picture of the back so people can see it's legit. People are extremely leery of the fakes online, with good reason. And there are so many different ones. So this is going to be hard to find. I think this is Ifrit, like a flaming head. But there's going to be then all these different like stages of Ifrit. Let's see. Getting gold variant Lucius is what I'm seeing. So, what I do is I go to YouTube. If I'm not sure, gold Lucius Beyblade. All right. I'm looking for my Beyblade Geeks is my favorite because they unbox stuff right in front of you. This looks Pro Series Gold variant. So I'm going to click that on, shut off that, and so I'm looking at the detail. He flips it over. That looks exactly like mine. It has the little circle rivet piece. So that's cool. That's good. He's just showing something else. That looks correct. That is not the same color as mine. So he has a different version. Or I'm missing something. But that's a different color. He has a gold one. I have a silver, so I don't have the gold Pro Series. That's another Pro Series. So is this Valtryek? In the front on the, it looks like the Pro Series, but it's not. This is really weird. That's the wrong color. Like if it was missing the middle, that would make sense. But it's like flat out the wrong color. Alright. So I can also try going to Google and putting in these lot numbers on the performance tip. See what comes up. So Beyblade Burst. That E. That doesn't look right. So we got Beyblade Wikipedia. It's got like a little ball on it. I don't think it's this one. I'll look up performance tip. And I've got tip F8368. And we're going back to Pro Series. I must be missing, like the top was completely correct. But the inside ring is a different color. Unless something got swapped around. Right, so we're going to go back to that video. Because damn it. So I'm like missing the piece. That says 2D. And I have 2B. But the bottom is identical. It's got these like tongue things that come out, which I don't have. And that is the same tip. So I'm missing a piece of this. I'm kind of wondering if I have it. Okay. Because I had other pieces. So this is something that doesn't... Okay. So I had this chunk stuck to the missing piece, which has these tongue things that come out, and it's the gold part. This all like locks together apparently. Alright. I don't even know how this goes. This one's the pro ones are a bit more complicated apparently. Alright. Let's go back. How did he put this fucking thing together? Did it just all lock into like a big sandwich? So this could be pretty expensive. I don't know. Pro Series stuff. Some of these are like 30, 40 bucks. And it looks like I got the whole thing. I can figure out how to put it together. Performance tip. We have this like rotating thing. I'm gonna wait for him to put the thing back together. Alright. So he's putting it into the performance tip into the tongue disc. And I don't know if maybe it's you can't use them both at the same time, and that's why it's like this. There's different rules on weights and whatnot. This won't even go in. It won't go in unless the whole thing is assembled. Alright. He's got the tongues. He's got this. So it's two different chassis that he's using. So you switch out to whatever one you want, I guess. Okay. Like that's the same thing. Does it come with both? Yeah, okay. So we got this. All right, we're just going to, because he's unboxing it, we're just going to go through it. I got this, I got that. Put that back together. He's looking at this other dude, which I believe had a knockoff of this one. So looking at that. Maybe my camera setting is really bad, because look at my hands. They're all fucking pasty and weird. Alright, come on. Yeah, same clip, whatever. Okay. Now we get the tongues one out. And that's the one with the gold, the D2. That one also says D2. And then performance tip. So this chassis must not go to any of this. Alright. So now we know that this is Gold Variant Lucius. What on earth? Or Pro Series. Okay. So it came in a set of 3. So I'm guessing I have chunks of this set. So I got this jagged one that it looks like this would be on this guy. And I just didn't put the stickers on it. So triple threat collection. So I gotta click on the box and figure out which one I actually have. Variant Lucius. That's the tongue disc. Okay, I have this guy. Alright. So I'm confident I got this, and this is going to be parts. You do something with. Throw them back in the bag. Unlike, so these were laying around there was another bag of Beyblades, but it was missing parts, and I didn't grab it, and I'm guessing they mixed up some of the pieces. That would be the issue. So, and those are not there anymore, because I checked last time. I was there, so somebody bought the other half of what I have. Oh shit, I took pictures of the wrong assembly. Good news is this is probably worth a pretty good chunk of change. Probably gonna dip after this listing because I have to go take those fucking pictures. I do thankfully get paid to drive, so I'm going to get paid to go somewhere for nothing. But they demanded it be done by Thursday, which is kinda sorta tomorrow. Yeah, on this box it says Variant Lucius. So I'm just copying what is on the box, for we know that that is true. Variant Lucius Beyblade Burst Pro Series. Just gotta make sure the brand is correct because they're different. They're structured differently. The ones that are actually from Japan are much nicer quality. Alright, now we'll just get down to what I can actually sell it for. The problem is it comes in a box with 2 other ones. So I'm kind of betting. Purple thread, all 3 of them for 28, 22, 28, 28. Out of the box now. 18 for 3. Ugh. I thought this was going to be a banger. Nobody's selling the one I have individually. So... $28 for the box version. I'll just double check nobody's got one for sale. 18 for all 3 out of the box. Like that ain't even the right one. Oh, I guess you just got the tips in front of the wrong ones. Okay. $30. I'll just do 10 on it. That's not unreasonable at all. Do I really want to go all the way there for a fucking photograph? I guess if I bring my computer, I can do it first thing in the morning and nobody can get too bent out of shape about it. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not driving there. We'll do some more listings. I also have to eat cake. Went to a Puerto Rican restaurant, which is actually a convenience store, not at all a restaurant. And the food has been okay. Had empanadas that were pretty good. And then I asked the owner to like make me a plate, and he made me rice and some like beef in a sauce, and it was alright. Wouldn't get it again. But they had desserts, and they had what is it, Tres Leches cake, which I've never had. So I grabbed that, and then flan, which I have had, but not in a very long time. Let's see. This thing is large. Just pulling stuff out at random. Alright, this I was interested in when I was doing this. Where on earth did my camera controls go? There we go. Is this just the video quality? I don't know. It looks terrible. What do all these settings do on a camera? Gain didn't seem to do anything. Backlight That's just either on or off. White balance. Okay. Yeah, that looks way better. Why was that so bad? Yeah, this... Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Wait, why does that just... Auto? Oh, I had it on like an auto setting, and it was automatically making it look like ass. Alright, anyways. That looks pretty sharp. Yeah, my hand's looking normal now? What the fuck? Cheap ass camera. Alright. So I saw this. It's a Spin Master product. Spin Master makes a lot of stuff. I thought it looked kind of like it would be a Pokemon, quite frankly. Or like a Bondi thing. It was in that box. It's the reason I bought the box. Because when you're talking about toys, it has weight. And it has a lot of detail. How much can I zoom in on this thing now that I got it fixed where it makes sense? Oh, that's all it zooms in, huh? Guess it's not going to be anything too crazy. Let's see. That's kind of weird. Oh, right. I'm all the way zoomed in. That's the problem. So it's very detailed. You got like, feels nice. It's like a PVC or a vinyl figure, so you know it's going to be on the higher end. It has like lines on the legs here. Like nice little detail everywhere. So you know it sold for some amount of money when it came out. It was meant to be a high-end figure. Like it has articulation. Not the kind you need to play with it, I don't think. So I think it's more of a collector piece. So it's automatically you're going to go for more money. I just don't know what it is. It looks to me like a Pokemon. Spin Master makes a lot of stuff for a lot of companies. 64440. There we are. Bakugan Battle Planet Dragonoid. So Bakugan is a game. Don't quite know what it's based on. Bakugan Battle Planet. So mine's in good shape. There's not a lot of them for sale, certainly. It's not huge money, but it's not trash money either. So we gotta... First thing, we gotta see if anybody buys them. Nice. Sold another item, so we'll pack up 2 more things while we're here. So that's 4 items out the door. And usually when I start listing stuff, I start selling stuff. It's just part of how the algorithm works. I feel like it knows you're online actively selling, so it will promote your stuff so you get it out the door, because that's how eBay gets paid. Which makes sense. Battle Planet. So there's a version of this that has sounds. It's kind of interesting. All right. Battle Planet Dragonoid. listing up here. God, I took a terrible picture of it. I'm gonna have to retake that. It's crooked as fuck. Try to do a profile. That looks pretty good. There we go. Look better if I zoom in. That looks pretty bad if I do that. Big figure. I don't see listings. Oh, that one's... No, that's wrong. No way this is... Oh, it could be 7, because, like, the tail. Don't bother putting a size. Or should I? Yeah, we'll call it 7. That way people aren't... Usually I put my tape measure, but my kids stole it to play with it, and I don't know where it went. Alright, now we're going to find out what these go for. Go to our sold listings. They don't sell. I find this hard to believe. I think it's the listing is kind of fucky the way I put it in. Oh yeah, because I put in the code rather than what it actually is. So I gotta relist. There we go. Bakugan Battle Dragonoid. Okay. That looks right. Now we'll try sold. I was wondering how none of these ever sold. I forgot I had the manufacturing code as a search criteria. Alright, so that's the dude in the box, 24. Comes with a card. I don't have that, but nobody gives a fuck about the card, I'm guessing. This one, 22. Can't imagine nobody want this thing. Best offer accepted on 2 of them. I'm guessing I'm gonna do. Well, we'll go back to what their other ones are going for. So the thing is people sometimes get hung up on that, like, oh, I could get blank, and then you look at what they're being sold for. So we got the pricing was 25-ish. So this guy's going 33, so he's full send on that. This guy's 22. This guy is 18. That's not the same one, never mind. Like a cheaper one. That's 22 in the box. This one's close to 20. So everybody's kind of on the same page. This is not the same. Like a cheaper one. This is the one I have. 28. I am gonna go 15. I think. I'm gonna weigh it first. Eight, so 9. Yeah, 15 is totally fine. I've undercut everyone. Anybody looking for this will buy mine unless they want the one in the box. But the one in the box is going to be almost, or it's going to be like 50% more. And I'll make good money on this one because it was in a box of stuff I've well paid for at this point with all the listings I did. Only thing is, packing it's going to be kind of a motherfucker. That's not going to fit in an envelope, is it? It might. A lot of like jags and stuff on it. I guess if you fold the arms down, or if you try to like fold it into a ball, you know, the wings I'm a bit concerned with. The tail I can turn like that, protect it a little bit. But yeah, the wings I don't like being like that. Probably end up wrapping it in bubble wrap and taping it to just give it a better chance of making it in one piece. Yeah, not a bad haul. I don't know, we can actually look. I was thinking of this last night when I forgot to tally stuff up. You could do what I'm selling for, and I can look at my listings I just put up, active listings. So we started the night with this monstrosity. So I paid $10 for this box. Let's see. How do I do that? There we go. I paid $10 for this box. So look at it. 3, 13, 21, 32, 37, about $45 on that box so far, and I am not done yet. More than paid for itself. I'm glad I grabbed that. And I grabbed it because of that Bakugan. I knew that it was going to be a quality figure and it would probably fetch $10. Which basically with the shipping, it's a little under 10 for this. But it was just a good instinct. I knew looking at it, it would have to be around that. And then obviously there's more stuff in the box. I noticed the Beyblade. I knew that was real. And I saw the Pixar guy in there. And that's actually a lot more than I thought. Then I did guess on that price. Somebody's already looked at it, though, you can see. I got one view as soon as it went up. That's usually a good sign. It means somebody has a search parameter. Let's look at the stuff we listed yesterday. See what's going to get some traction here. The Pokeball thing that I almost threw out. That's 3 views. All the Schleich stuff already has views. Oh yeah, Paper Jam's guitar. 5 views. That's a thing for sure. You got these magic cards that have been selling really well. Let's see, we're going to be shipping some stuff. I'll close that out. We're going to have people's addresses up on the screen. So that is the Tinker Stallion from the first show I did on Monday. So he's going to be right here somewhere. I think that's the badly discolored one, and I deep discounted it because it's discolored and somebody went for it. So that's cool. they're probably counting, either they're going to try to resell it, they're counting on the fact that they could get it clean, or they didn't read the thing and they're going to get mad about it. Super possible. I'll put them on screen after I... There we go. So yeah, that's the discolored horse. The Schleich horse. So I sold that. I priced it for my standard low price of 8. So I only got $3 on him profit. And then I gotta find a tractor. An Ertl John Deere tractor. And I want to say this is recent, and I might even have it right next to me. Got bins of stuff I haven't put away yet. I just gotta wait until I have to go dig for something, and then I move the stuff around. I filter it into my setup. I have a very organized system. Because if I can't find stuff, that's really bad. I hate having to paw around looking for it. Not in here, but I got it recently. So I'm going to go grab it. It's got to be in my miscellaneous vehicle drawer. Got one, but I don't think it's the right one. I'll have to pull it back up on camera and make sure. Doesn't look quite the same. I guess it has to be, because I only have one. Wouldn't put it anywhere else. That's that. Got it up on my computer. Alright, yeah. So that is the correct one. Sell a lot of tractors. That's another 8 free shipping. I don't know why that went all fuzzy all of a sudden. Weird. I label my envelopes and I have a system where I write what's going into it on the corner and in the middle. And then in the middle, I write what state it's going to. That way, when I print my label, I cover that middle. You know, state. I put their customer initials if it's two things in the same state, because you get a lot of stuff like California, obviously. Yeah, so this is the Schleich Force I got in a bag. It was 3 of them in the bag for $3. So I just paid for that bag because this one was the damaged one. The other 2 I listed for more money. So that's my profit on that. Tractor, I don't remember when I got that. There was a regular bag. I typically don't buy just die casts, although farm equipment sells so fast that I should probably start grabbing anything with a tractor in it, a skid steer, any of that stuff. All very desirable. I've sold smallish stuff for good money. This wasn't great quality, so I didn't list it for too much. Like, I ended up with a few vintage skid steers in this size, and I immediately sold them. It was, I think, $12 or $15 each. Totally worked for me. Person lives in a town called Newport News, which sounds fake. But if they gave me a fake address, that's gonna be problematic. They live on Amherst Avenue, which I feel sounds like it's gonna be a shitty house. That's where the Schleich Force is going. Heading to Newport News. And tractor is going to Puyallup, Washington. On Pioneer Road. Puyallup, Washington. I am going to guess that's a not expensive coastal area. I don't know, Puyallup, I don't know. Could be anything. I'm not going to look their house up. I will offline. Whatever. Can't stop it. Alright, that's it for today. Should be back tomorrow. I'll do some more sourcing tomorrow and hopefully have some new stuff. We got plenty in this bag though, either way. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.